Developing tonight, a bombshell in the business world. Amazon telling New York to forget about it. They're planning to split its second headquarters between Crystal City and Queens. That was the original plan. It has now been canceled after Amazon abandoned the New York part of its plan this afternoon. Now, we do have team coverage of this one, including what that could mean for Northern Virginia. But let's start with Aaron Katursky in New York.
We're closed for business in Queens, everybody.
Anger in the neighborhood where Amazon was supposed to build part of its East Coast campus before the company canceled its plans because of a local backlash.
Amazon chose to walk away rather than fight for what it believed in, because what they believe in is fighting the rights of working people, the rights of men and women to organize.
New York lobbied for Amazon's new headquarters, offering $3 billion in city and state subsidies in exchange for at least 25,000 jobs.
After they spent 1 year with everyone seducing them and everyone courting them, we win. And then there's political opposition.
The city promised to revamp Long Island City, relocate a school lunch distribution center, and give Amazon chief Jeff Bezos access to a helipad. Opponents questioned why Amazon deserves so much.
I am hopeful that this sends a message to other companies that if they want to hold out their hand and insist on getting billions of our dollars to come here, that's not going to happen.
Opponents also questioned Amazon's commitment to union workers, immigrant labor, and environmental protection. In a tweet, Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez called Amazon's decision to abandon New York a victory over corporate greed and worker exploitation. Others lamented Amazon's abandonment of the neighborhood.
This is not Shangri-La over here. We needed this over here.
Amazon said it was disappointed to have reached this conclusion. The company still plans to move forward with other East Coast projects in Northern Virginia and in Nashville, but said it would not reopen the search for a second headquarters. Aaron Katursky, ABC News, New York.
All right, so Amazon's statement says it will proceed as planned in Arlington. One question is whether the jobs that were supposed to be in New York will also end up here. 7's on your side with Richard Reeve live in Arlington. He has a look at what this decision could mean for Northern Virginia and possibly Maryland too, right, Rich?
Yeah, that's right, Allison. And the plot thickening now. Maryland Governor Larry Hogan expressing interest in once again meeting with some of these Amazon officials. They met in the past. You may recall that Montgomery County was a finalist last time. But you can see right here an example of the commitment here in Northern Virginia for some of those 25,000 jobs, these two enormous parcels that will be used by Amazon.
After that stunning announcement from Amazon about pulling out of New York, growing concerns about a repeat in Northern Virginia.
I hope things don't play out the same way here. And now that also begs the question, will all 50,000 ultimately be here in this area instead?
But the Arlington County Board Chairman says despite that announcement, the Northern Virginia HQ2 deal is going forward as planned. And no, just the 25,000 jobs as initially proposed. No plans to add additional Amazon jobs here.
We have an agreement that we're going to be considering in March that looks at 25,000 jobs, and we have nothing that's changed.
Arlington Board Chairman Christian Dorsey says Amazon team members are already in the area working with Arlington economic development planners. He says the Northern Virginia approach was different from New York's.
There was a lot that would need to be decided and determined through community processes, and I think those are probably going to be contentious in New York. Here in Arlington, we've already planned for the scale and scope of growth that Amazon wants to achieve.
Dorsey says investment in infrastructure and coordination between Northern Virginia jurisdictions made a big difference.
I'd like to see the glass half full, so I'm hoping maybe that is an opportunity for more jobs here.
Yeah, and Amazon talking about the fallout between themselves and some of these New York officials saying, quote, a number of politicians have made it clear that they oppose our presence and will not work with us to build the type of relationships that are required to go forward. But it does appear that Virginia is certainly a go, and now we're hearing from officials in other jurisdictions, including in Maryland, that perhaps they want to try once again to get some of these Amazon jobs. Reporting live, Richard Reeve, ABC 7 News.
Really?